Someone in your group died this morning, and you already know how this goes. The body can't stay here, not overnight. Give it a few hours and it starts to smell. And out here, that smell carries a long way. Hyenas are going to show up, so are wolves. So is whatever's already sitting in the tree line watching your camp, waiting for a reason. That body was your brother this morning. Right now, it's the most dangerous thing you own. You've got until dark. No shovel, no coffin, no priest. Nobody ever sat you down and explained how this part works. So what do? For most of human history, honestly, nothing. You walked away. The whole group packed, up, moved on, and the body stayed right where it was. Scavengers took care of. The rest inside a day, which is exactly why we've got almost nothing from those hundreds of thousands of years. No graves, no bones, nothing. And then that changed. There's a cave in Spain called Sima de los Huesos, the pit of bones, down at the bottom of a vertical shaft. We're talking a 40-foot drop. Archaeologists pulled out the remains of at least 28 people, around 400,000 years old. Here's the thing. Bodies don't fall down. A 40-foot shaft 28 separate times. Somebody carried them there. On purpose, again and again. Nobody's totally sure why. Best guess is it was a disposal site, which would make it the oldest funeral behavior we know about, from a species that wasn't even us yet. And it gets weirder. In France, at a place called La Chapelle aux Saints, they found a Neanderthal in a shallow rectangular pit. On his back, arms and legs tucked in, the pit was dug into the cave floor, which means tools, effort, and somebody deciding this guy wasn't just getting left behind. Then about 60,000 years ago at Shanidar cave in Iraq, a body turned up with pollen from 7 different flowering plants clustered all around it. Researchers still go back and forth on whether that was wind or burrowing animals or actual flowers. But here's what I keep coming back to. That same cave had another skeleton, older guy, missing an arm, blind in one eye, injuries that had healed years before he died, meaning somebody fed him and looked after him for a long time. If they took care of him alive, it's not much of a leap to think they cared once he wasn't. By 30,000 years ago, there's nothing ambiguous left. At Sunghir in Russia, 2 kids were buried head to head, covered in thousands of mammoth ivory beads. Each bead, carved by hand, probably took about an hour. Do the math on the whole burial, and you're looking at something like 10,000 hours of work. 10,000 hours for 2 children who were already gone. That's not getting rid of a body. That's people pouring everything they had into someone who could never give anything back. And honestly, that might be where culture starts. Now think about what you'd do today. Average American funeral runs about $9,000. There's a service, a casket, flowers, a room full of relatives you haven't talked to in years. Feels ancient, right? It's not. Embalming didn't catch on here until the Civil War. The whole funeral industry is younger than photography. What's actually old is the thing underneath all of it. Not the casket, not the flowers, not the paperwork, just refusing to walk away and leave somebody lying where they dropped. That call, made in a Spanish cave 400,000 years ago in a French pit in an Iraqi cave next to a one-armed man in a Russian grave buried under ivory, is one of the oldest things we've ever done. It costs time, it costs energy, it costs safety, and it gives you nothing back you can measure. We've been paying anyway for 400,000 years.